The growth of winter sports brings out legions of happy enthusiasts. Many of these snow-loving sportsmen help make litter a year-round problem. When rubbish is discarded in the winter snow, wildflowers are not all that bloom in the spring. In many areas, the growth of our civilization has changed the landscape. But much of the beauty of the North American continent is just as the discoverers and pioneering settlers found it. Except for the special touch we have added. There was a time when the ruthless cutting of timber threatened to denude our land, when we ripped the earth apart in our quest for gold, and when we over-drilled our oil fields, when our water ran wild and destructive to waste itself in the sea. But as responsible Americans, we did something about it. Through a continuing program of public education, we are learning to protect the nation's wealth of natural resources. All except our priceless resources for recreation. The need has become critical for us to protect and preserve the lovely land we hold in trust for future generations. The time has come to do something. And by a strange paradox, this is really the easiest of all national problems to solve. Instead of going on the ground or into the water, discards go into a litter bag. Any grocery sack will do, or a cardboard box. Where there are trash receptacles, let us use them. If a public litter container is not available, there's always the one at home. For the car, plastic or other permanent litter containers are inexpensive, simple to install, and best of all, easy to use. When it comes to litter, you can take it with you. What can we do to beat the litter bug habit? Two things. Individually, we can make an effort to avoid littering and set a good example for impressionable people, such as the younger generation. Next, we should remember that group effort is simply individual effort multiplied. Many responsible organizations are sponsoring cleanup campaigns in an effort to solve the litter problem. Youth organizations are also becoming aware of the problem and are campaigning on many fronts. Responsible organizations such as Keep America Beautiful Incorporated, who are sponsoring educational campaigns, and others who are providing disposal facilities, have shown that the war against litter can be won. Among individual efforts, it's well to remind hunters and fishermen that they can do themselves a favor by always asking permission to use private lands. They repay the owner's kindness by cleaning up and taking their litter with them. Visitors who leave their litter behind can turn a welcome into a lockout. In fact, the lockouts have already started. In more than one locality, a public trout stream has become closed because of the expense of cleaning up litter left by careless fishermen. In other areas, stretches of beach have been closed because of a few people who can't remember their manners. As the situation grows worse and the cleanup costs continue to mount, wouldn't it be a shock to find closed signs on public recreation areas? While this extreme situation hopefully will never happen, it does point up one fact that is immediate. As taxpayers, we pay dearly and in many ways for our messy habits. The United States Forest Service alone budgets $2.5 million annually for its house cleaning job in the national forests after the citizens depart. The total national bill for litter cleanup is now estimated at $500 million a year. Authorities also tell us that 60,000 brush and forest fires a year can be traced to the trash and litter problem, where dry litter is easily ignited by discarded matches or burning tobacco. And 30% of these fires are caused by people attempting to burn accumulated trash and litter in wooded areas. Our beloved country is faced with many complex problems, but solution of the litter habit surely is not one of them. We can solve that one ourselves, you and I. We need live only by a simple creed. Let no man regret that I passed here. Let us remember that America, the beautiful land, is not ours alone. This is our land, but it's ours only for the time being. It belongs also to those who are very close to us, and to people whom we will never know. They, too, are entitled to continued enjoyment of our great outdoors. This heritage of splendor belongs to our children, to the generations of the future, on down the years for decades and centuries to come. America belongs to them, too. It's not ours to waste and to despoil. We hold this land in trust, a trust we dare not carelessly betray. Our great scenic splendors are one of our most vital resources, deserving of devoted care and protection. The challenge is so great, and the solution so simple, let's not fail. And as we conquer the problem of litter, we and all the generations of the long future will be rewarded with endless enjoyment and renewed inspiration. Let's keep America the land of beautiful tomorrows.